We are kicking off Raw with round 2 of the WWE Tag Team Tournament. 2 semifinal matchups this week. One here on Raw and the other later in the week on SmackDown. This one, the Trick Melo gang, Carmelo, Hayes, and Trick Williams, taking on Gallus. Melo and Trick last week advancing with a little assistance from Jimmy Uso. They defeated the Tongans, the former WWE Tag Team Champions, via countout. Gallus earned their spot in round 2 by defeating Imperium, and looks like Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci not too pleased with that result last week, as they jump Gallus on their way to the ring. Very similar to what happened last week when Trick and Melo took on Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. This one looks like they are going to get started here. Mark Coffey and Carmelo Hayes, and Hayes taking advantage of the assist by Imperium. Again, no disqualification. The attack, we can't even say the altercation, the attack took place before the match officially beginning. Wolfgang coming in to make the save, and Melo with a drop kick to Mark Coffey. He sends Coffey into the barricade. And for the second week in a row, Trick and Melo advance via countout. They punch their ticket to the finals coming up at SummerSlam. And they will meet either KO and Sammy or the Creeds. Next up, we've got Zelina Vega headed to the ring. She is going to be going one-on-one with a former WWE Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. Baszler, who back at WrestleMania won the China Memorial Battle Royal and went from that win to a title shot the next month at Backlash, where she defeated Becky Lynch to become the new WWE Women's Champion. She would eventually lose that championship to Bayley. Since that time, she has been clawing and scratching and fighting to get back into the title picture. A win here against Zelina would be a great way to keep moving in that direction. But Zelina, on the other hand, still in our universe has not held a championship. And since coming over to the WWE at this last year's draft, she's definitely got her sights set on some championship goals. And Zelina, in what I would call an upset here on Raw, getting the victory against Shayna. Let's see where Zelina can take this momentum from here. Now we've got Finn Balor. Balor here in singles action. We saw him last week in round 1 of the tag title tournament. He and Damian Priest, defeated by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Now here this week, he will meet Seth Freakin Rollins. Rollins, who already has his plan set for SummerSlam. He's going to be taking on the Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker. It looks like the Badass is going to get a front row seat here and see his competition in action. Generally, these ringside visits don't go without some sort of an incident. But hey, we got to take the champ at his word. He's just out here to watch. Not looking to get involved in any way. Rollins with a knee to the face of Balor. And again, dropping the knee down on the forehead of Finn Balor. These two going back and forth. And Rollins sends Balor out onto the floor. Now Rollins with a few words for Breaker. Braun, who has gotten up from his seat. And now more words exchanged. And Rollins moves out of the way and sends Balor into Braun Breaker. The champ is down on the ground. Rollins sends Balor back into the ring and will go back to work. Goes for a cover. Only gets a 1 there. Balor moving out of the way. Now we're seeing a little bit of offense out of Finn. But Rollins able to get out of the way. Curb stomp. That could be it. Rollins with the cover. And that is going to do it. Seth Rollins, your winner. Big win for Seth. And Breaker back in there as he attacks Rollins from behind. And like a rabid dog, he is in attack mode. Rollins never saw it coming. No way to defend himself, and the badass having his way with Seth freaking Rollins here. You got to wonder what kind of condition Rollins is going to be in. We are just a couple weeks away from SummerSlam. And Rollins may be on the shelf. Next, we've got Ivy Nile representing Team Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, the coach of Team Angle, in her corner, taking on Naomi. Right now, the women's division in both companies, WWE and WCW, definitely at the peak. This is the best that both of these divisions have been. And these are two ladies that are looking to make their mark here in the WWE women's division. We mentioned it last week. Team Angle, they're all in pursuit of gold, whether singles gold, tag gold, or in the case of Ivy Nile, women's gold. Naomi, though, with a cover. And Naomi picking up the win here on Raw against Ivy Nile. It's a good win for Naomi. Now it's time for our main event here on Raw, and it's going to be the WWE United States Champion Bobby Lashley. Title not on the line in this one. But the champ main eventing Raw this week. He will be taking on Jacob Fatu. The Bloodline hoping for a little bit of a better week this week than they had last week. And Jimmy Uso again. He continues his attacks on the members of the Bloodline. This time jumping Jacob Fatu before the match even begins. We've seen him cost Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa in the tag title tournament. We saw him attack his own brother, Solo Sikoa, on SmackDown. with a kendo stick. And here on Raw, jumping Jacob Fatu as he makes his way down to the ring. I know the wise man is beneficial to the whole bloodline. But now may be the time that maybe Tama Tonga or even Roman Reigns starts accompanying these guys to the ring. Because Jimmy on a mission as a one-man army with his brother now exiled over in WCW. Jimmy, the one-man army, taking the war to the bloodline. And from a number standpoint, that may not be the smart move. But so far, he has gotten the better of the bloodline. Lashley with a spear from the middle rope. Goes for the cover. And Lashley with the win. No offense from the Samoan Werewolf. And now Jimmy making his way back out here into the arena. Jacob Fatu now sees him and starts making his way up the ramp. These two going back and forth verbally, but I don't think it's going to stop at a verbal altercation. And now this one getting physical. These two trading punches back and forth. The bloodline has to be getting frustrated as Jimmy Uso gets the better of the bloodline once again.